Hello everyone, my name is Slothcakes and today we're going to have something a little bit different. In the background you're going to be seeing Gundam vs match I played recently. This is a PS4 game. It's a spin-off with, actually what would I call it? It doesn't count as the Extreme Gundam vs game, it's its own little subset. And this is one of the only, actually this is the only Gundam vs game that came out in the West. And that's going to be the main topic of this video actually, and that's what I really want to talk about. Now just to explain the gameplay real quick, I'm going to be playing in the G-Arcane this entire video. It's like a sniper suit which I like, and you know I'm going to be talking more about how this game plays later, but this is more of just a let's talk and a discussion. Well, more of a just me rambling, which is what I usually do. But anyways, of the recording of this, yesterday Gundam Extreme vs Maxi Boost On, and yes, I know that name is a mouthful, but that game has been announced for consoles. But more importantly, it's been announced worldwide, which is very important because it's the only Extreme vs game that's been released in the West. And it's one of the only Extreme vs game released on console. The last one was Extreme vs Full Boost. And Full Boost came out on PS3, and since we're like at the end of the PS4 lifespan, you guys can understand how long that is. But why is this important? Well, because Gundam vs the gameplay you guys are seeing is a game that I like, but has a lot of problems to it. The biggest problems would be how it was portrayed, marketed, and its like fan base or like its player base right now. This game is not a lot of people play it. If you're gonna play a game and you guys are seeing on these matches, all these matches are with like the same 8 people. Just because if you go in, you're gonna find like a single lobby with 8 people in it. This game does not have like an active fan, like a community. And I know there's some people that do play this. I see on Twitter all the time, there's this guy, and he holds like little small game sessions and stuff, which is really cool. But besides that, there's not that much people that play this game. And that's mostly because if you live in Japan, which is where this game's very popular, why would they play this when they can just play Maxi Boost On? And there's a lot of things about this game, balancing wise, gameplay wise, that's different from Extreme vs, and that a lot of people didn't like. And in my own opinion, I'm not a huge fan of the boost dive system and the striker assist system. I really don't like them personally, and you know I can go into it later. But I do like Extreme vs Maxi Boost On. We're just gonna call it MBON. I do play the game a lot every time I'm at a con. A lot of anime cons I go to have these arcade cabinets, and I absolutely love playing them. But why am I talking about this? Why am I rambling? Well, that's because when this game gets announced, the release date, no release date's been announced so far, expect a lot of gameplay. I want this game to strive in the West, and I want a lot of English-speaking players to play this and have a community. And I just want to tell you guys that similar to what I do with Battle Operation, where I show gameplay and commentaries, I do the tutorials, I do the quick looks, I will be doing with Maxi Boost On. Just because I really, like I said, I really want that game to like do good. Because that game is, it's been something that I've always wanted. Like, I always thought, I'm like, man, I really wish I could play Extreme vs. That would be so, because no one ever thought that game would be released on console. There's not a single person in the world who be like, no, Maxi Boost is going to come. No, it hasn't. Because we got Full Boost. After Full Boost, which was on consoles, was Maxi Boost, then Maxi Boost On, and then there was like a bunch of other things. But no one would ever expect that. But with that being said, just expect a lot of videos. I will be talking a lot about Gundam vs. I'm not that great with the lingo of this game. I do believe I'm pretty knowledgeable of the Extreme vs series. I do know the suits, so that would be a plus. I can actually name them. But it's going to be a learning experience for both of us. It's just I have to constantly figure out how things are called. I'll call things by the official names and the like lingo, just like things like Fua stepping. What is it called? I think beams are called Venyas or something like that. There's like lingo the community in Japan have come up with, and that's what they call it. I'll try to call it that lingo, just so you guys don't get mixed up if you try to look for some other things. But I do hope with the announcement of that game, if it comes to like YouTube or any other video platform, or if it comes to streaming, I hope more people talk about the game, play the game, and actively participate in the game. Because like Battle Operation, it came out to the West like an official English release, and I just want that game to strive. Just because I like coming home from work and playing Battle Operation. It's a fun game. I enjoy making the videos of that game. So if Extreme Versus comes out, I want to come home and play Extreme Versus. And that's the big problem about Versus. This game, I can come home, check the lobbies, there's no lobbies, no one's playing this game. Or it's the same 2 people, or if it's a one lobby that's just 1v1, or if it's a 3v3, or it's things like that. I just gonna try to push this game, but also don't worry about other things. I will still be doing the mecha related let's plays and non-mecha related let's plays. I do have something else in the works, but that's gonna be appeared once Luigi's Mansion and Federation vs. Xeon is done. I will still be playing Battle Operation. I do enjoy that game, so nothing's gonna be changing. But if I ever get into streaming, I will be streaming Extreme Versus, just because I feel like I can commentate that game a lot better than Battle Operation, like live commentary. But with that being said, I hope you guys are excited for that game. If you have no idea what that is, go check it out. A big thing and another problem is a lot of the footage, a lot of the YouTubers that play Maxi Boost on are Japanese, so the titles are in Japan. I mean, not in Japan, in Japanese, so finding footage of your favorite suit is kind of hard. I'll link a few YouTube channels in the description of people I watch where you just can find gameplay, and some of them is really well edited and funny and stuff, so do check them out. But with that being said, that's my, what was that, like a 8-minute talk discussion, just me rambling. It's just me being excited. I'm very excited for this game. But anyways, thank you guys for listening. Right now, the gameplay, I'll probably just let it go through so you guys can enjoy these matches, but I'll talk a little about Gundam Versus. Now, Gundam Versus is a console game. The Extreme Versus originally on arcade. This game is a 2v2, you can call it a fighting game. And if you guys want to see like a quick look tutorial of the basics of this game, I can start with Gundam Versus. I can also just buy the full boost version, which is basically Maxi Boost on, but just a like different iteration, so it has less stuff in it, but a lot of the things will transfer over, so I might import the game or buy it digitally for you guys. But let's talk about Versus. Now, this is a 2v2 game. It's very interesting because you guys might not know, this game can be played entirely on a fight stick or like a arcade stick, like fighting games like Street Fighter, and that's what I play it on. I find it more comfortable to play it on an arcade stick, but you can play it on console. This is a, 5-button fighting game. There's the analog stick. There's 3 buttons, main buttons. It's shoot, melee, jump, switch targets, and striker. And everything you do is a combination of shoot, melee, and jump. As in, if you do shoot, I shoot my gun, but if I do shoot and jump, I do something else. And you see from the right, the bottom right, that's my ammunition and stuff. It's all combinations. This game, like I said, it was a fighting game-esque. It has no motion, so you're not doing quarter circle forwards, you're not doing shoryukens or any of that stuff. It's like A, B holding back, or if you press A while holding left, it does this. If you press B while holding right, it does this. But other than that, something that the Versus series, this game and Extreme Versus, are very well known for is having a lot of playable characters. I'm talking about Maxi Boost On has like 180 plus playable characters. It is a lot of playable characters. There is an extremely high chance your favorite suit is in this game. Now, something that's very different from a Battle Operation is, well, first thing is, Battle Operation is all Universal Century mobile suits. This game is everything. You have Universal Century, you have the G-Reco Century, I think that's called the correct Century. You have things from Gundam Seed, Gundam Wing, Gundam 00, every Gundam series, you have things from this. There's some that have a lot more than others, there's some that only have a few, but there's a bunch of things from it. Even things from like the Build Fighters, the like toys, which is kind of cool. But also, this game is about, what's the best way to put it? It's about characters instead of mobile suits. You're not in Battle Operation, you play as the RX-78 Gundam. But in this game, you're playing as Amuro Ray in the RX-78 Gundam. So, the special suits are in this game. It's not, like, there's the Char in the Zaku 2, there's no Zaku 2. For the Zaku 2s, you can play Char Zaku 2, which plays entirely different from Johnny Raiden's Zaku 2, which plays entirely different from, Shin Matsunaga's Zaku 2, which is, different from, Bernie's Zaku 2 Kai from, War in the Pocket. And that's the big thing, like, I'm playing as the G-Arcane, my teammate is in the F91, their team has a gun cannon, and I think that's the Crossbone X1, and if you have no idea what half those suits are, that's the special thing about this game, it's just you get to play so many things, and if you're not a big fan of Gundam, oh wait, no, they were in the Provenance, but you get to learn so much things. This game does a lot of references, and pays good homage to every suit. And if you see a series, like if you've seen Gundam Wing for example, and you play the Wing Gundam, the Wing Gundam does a lot of things, like key frames, you're like, oh, it does that thing exactly. And if you're just a fan of a certain suit, you will get your fan service. But in this game, I haven't played this game in a very long time, so these are very early matches. I'm very rusty in this game, so I don't do amazingly cool things, and I'm just playing the sniper unit because I'm more comfortable in it. But if you guys want to see more gameplay of Gundam Versus, or just see me goof around and stuff, or talk about it, tell me and I'll gladly do it. It counts as robots, and I love playing things with cool robots in it. But other than that, I'm excited for the game. Hope you guys are. Spread the word of it, and the second a release date gets announced, I will make a video telling everyone about it. I do talk about it a bit on social media like Twitter. But other than that, that basically covers what the point of this video was. I just wanted to talk about Maxi Boost. But besides that, I'll just leave it in with the gameplay. So my name is Slothcake, so enjoy you guys' day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.